Hi, welcome to episode 50 of the GrandLine Grinders Podcast. We finally hit the big 5-0. Good stuff here. Hopefully, we'll try to do something a little special for the 100th episode. Definitely. Sadly, RePreach is not able to join us, so it's a small cast this week. It's just me and favorite Anime Villian. How have you been? Did you do anything special for Mother's Day?
No. I
No?
played One Piece at my house.
That's totally engaging. I gotta admit, pretty good stuff. Anything else? Anything else fun this week or interesting?
This last week, no, not really.
Hmm.
I have a regional this coming weekend, so I've been practicing for that.
Nice.
Pretty much it.
So for me, I've been just kind of focused on kind of doing a series real quick while I have time because I'm waiting for the next set to drop before I start doing more other content. So I'm doing like 5 deck lists per week where I do like a certain price point. So I did like 5 for 10, 5 for 20. Next I'm doing 5 for 30. So kind of going down that line. But today we're going to talk about, of course, the current meta trends because he's also getting prepared for regionals coming up. And then we're going to talk about the highlight of today's episode would be more about Power Grape. And we have a card that's extremely power crept, and we're going to talk about that. Nice little fun talk about that. And let's get into the first half.
I think I know the card that you're talking about, and I don't think it's that bad. But we'll get to that when we get to it.
Yeah, people are not happy about the card. Let's say that, at least from what I've seen so far.
People are never happy about anything.
Yeah, I think it's... I don't know why, but there seems like there's like a negative connotation to 2 colors. People just don't like the 2 colors, I guess. I don't know. But meta trends wise, we have Enel moving up, right? And it's down to the 7th slot. It's pretty good stuff there. It's putting up a good win rate across the board. Slightly worse into like Lucy, but Lucy's probably... Is Lucy still going up or is he just dropping? He's slowly dropping out. Which doesn't surprise me. That's not really a matchup I don't think you have to worry about per se as much as the other ones. So, Yellow and L being bad there as the worst matchup is probably not a huge deal. What do you think?
No, probably not really. Like the other thing is, if you just see 3 or 4 of your Rygos, which is super possible in the deck, you win
Against Lucy? Because it
Yeah.
just basically KO the Sabos and they can't really do
Mhm.
much. It's a deck that's pretty much dependent on Sabos.
It like they don't have a lot to do, and there's not a lot of flex room in the deck. It's not a bad deck, and that's not what I mean by any means. But like, it does rely on like a 4 cost on 4, and then Sabo on 7, 9, 10, 10. Otherwise, like even if you miss one Sabo, it gives your opponent so much like freedom.
Yeah, and they easily put the tempo back into their favor. Because the
Mhm.
entire deck is a tempo deck, right? Because it tries to
Yep.
tempo you out. You get a lot of card advantage, and then at the 7-drop, try to 7-drop Sabo, blocker, KO something. Basically
Yep.
make something not relevant for multiple turns and try to chain it. So, yeah, if it misses the 7-drop, Sabo, it definitely is potentially falling behind.
So like it is for sure like a hard matchup, just like the matchup in Ace, very hard matchup. But if you see the cards that you need, you win, which is cool.
Yeah, I mean, and I think Luffy and Ace are probably more ones that you're worried about. But then again, still like they're better than the Lucy, so you're not really
Mhm.
upset. I mean,
Luffy is a really weird one because you can't really do anything to their board, and they also run all of the heal cards. So it's just like Luffy's a really weird matchup.
yeah, and that would basically mean Rygo is basically at 6 Dawn. Hey,
Mhm.
take a
You,
life.
you just pitch Rago pretty much. You never even use it.
Yeah, you
Or
be
like you use the trigger to KO like a Borsalino if you're lucky.
I guess yeah, technically you could remove a Borsalina, but otherwise all the other relevant characters are just take a life.
Yep.
6 Dawn for a burn effect only is pretty bad.
Yeah, not a lot of value there.
At that point, you should just play Nico Robin. At least you get a 6K with it. So Mihawk going to 4th, which I guess isn't a huge surprise. I guess the biggest surprise is Ace is kind of dropping down to 6. It looks like he can't beat Mihawk. I'm actually surprised that Boa.
I mean, I want to point out again a topic that we've discussed before, just because like the rank is the amount of representation that leader has. So it's not necessarily that like, oh, it's gone down to 6. It's just less relevant right now. Right this second. A lot of people have been trying out Mihawk. Some really good players have been talking about Mihawk, and I'm sure that affects the meta.
Well, it's not really that it's went down, is because it has more games than both the 3 and 4. It's just its overall rating, net rating, its win rate is plummeted, which is respectable, I guess. It does have some hard matchups. I guess Mihawk is definitely one of them. Boa Hancock. I'm surprised Boa Hancock hasn't seen more play in this ranking, just because of the fact that
I feel like Boa creeps in occasionally, but it's definitely not as played as it was in 14.
Yeah, I'm more getting at it. Maybe people were trying to test it out while the party thing was going on, so maybe people were playing it for that reason.
Wasn't Boa banned in the Pyre Party?
No, she's kind of one of the better decks in the Pyre Party. So like, it was her Emu, and we talked about Remember Rosie and a few other decks were on the top.
So I thought Boa was banned.
Nami is, yes. Boa's not. For some reason, Boa's there, but Gecko Mori, which I think is, I don't know which deck we consider is better between the two of them, but
I think Mori is probably better after 15.
But yeah, so she was there. Maybe that's why she's seeing a little bit more play. I'm just surprised she didn't show up here, especially over Crocodile. But besides that, this is kind of
maybe not enough representation of it on the sim. I don't know.
Yeah. Other than that, we have Luffy hanging in there barely, with Emu staying around 9th, but only less than 1,000 games played, which I get.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I mean, most people probably are happy it's not making a huge resurgence, except for people that like to play budget. Like it's a great budget deck, but other than that, it's just, I don't know about that one. Honestly, Lucy's kind of a good budget deck. It's probably better because most of the cards you could probably build it for like $60, $70.
I don't know if I'd say Lucy is better than Emu. I think Emu is a stronger deck. Lucy's just better comparative. Like, not comparatively. It's strong into Emu. But like,
yes, it is strong into Emu.
I don't think it's a better deck than Emu, though.
I guess I should rephrase that. It has a better match spread.
It has a worse spread, but it has a better spread into the top, like 3 or 4. Yeah,
the top 5.
Yeah.
Because I mean, Emu's good into Mihawk and Nami, but it's bad into Ace, Lucy, and Enel. Which
Emu is good into 2 out of 5. Lucy is good into 3 out of 5. So like in the meta that we're in right this second, it is better into the top 5 decks.
Yeah, that's kind of more. I guess I should kind of. That's how I should always say it. Because when I'm talking about what deck is better, usually I'm thinking of decks that are better into what you would project as the top 5. Like you see the most amount of in a tournament, like their matchup spread's better in the top 5. That's how I guess I should say matchup spread. So that's, I guess I could see the confusion could be in that situation. Like Crocodile has a terrible match spread on top 5. Like,
Yeah. I mean, Crocodile doesn't have that impressive of a spread overall.
yeah, but it's actually kind of reasonable into a nil, which I guess is the main thing holding it up.
Just being good into one matchup isn't enough.
Yeah,
Unfortunately.
yeah, because at that point you should just play Bell Luffy because it actually has.
Like you gotta get real lucky to only have one favorable matchup in a meta and like succeed. Because that means in a tournament you gotta hope you only hit that match that you're good into, or you're just skill diffing.
Well, I mean, I guess I don't know. I guess it depends on how much you care about like a deck priced output. Like it's good into 2 out of the 5, right? It's good into Mihawk and Enel. Sky Luffy, I think has a better matchup spread in the top 5, but it's way
a
more
little. It is minusculely favored into Enel. Crocodile.
Yeah.
Same with Mihawk. It barely is favored. It is very minusculely favored.
Yeah, by 4%. It's like that's a little bit higher than the margin of error. So, right, because usually margin of error is 3.
Like, not that it doesn't do good into Enel. It can, but it can almost. It's almost a flip of a coin. Like,
yeah, you're right because like I said, the margin of error is 3% usually. So this week it had a +4. Next week it might be a +1 or a -3. So like, yeah, it ranges. Yeah, you're right. Any deck lists you want to highlight and talk about?
no, not really.
So next we're going to talk about the new spoilers. And some people are kind of like going crazy over two cards. I don't see one of them. I kind of want to get your opinion on it because some people are thinking this card is like insane, and the other one, which we know is insane, and we respect that it's insane. So we're gonna start off with the non-debate cards, right? Luffy got revealed.
I'm so curious what the not overpowered one. And we'll get to it when we get to it. Oh wait, is it the? Never mind. I'll ask when I think it's the card. This Luffy is pretty good.
Yeah, so I think this Luffy is pretty awesome, right? So it's a 4-drop 6K. If you have 6 or more Dawn, it becomes a 2-drop. Solid stuff there. Then in your opponent's attack, you could trash 1 card with the power of 8K, and then your leader in this character base power becomes 7. And as long as of course, your leader has to be of ace to get the reduction cost. So, like, if you wanted to play it in a Luffy deck, you could play it there, but will never become a 2-cost.
No, but it does become a 2-cost in the Luffy ace deck.
Yes.
Which is cool. The issue with this card is that it's super easy to remove. Hella easy to remove.
Fair. Then again, I mean, if it's in the Lucy Ace deck, then it becomes a 9K. It's a little bit harder to remove, but
I mean, not really. Anything that has cost-based removal, which is a lot of things.
Yeah, I mean, it's a 4-cost. I mean, most 4-costs get removed pretty easy. Zeus. Most things hit 5 or less, so yeah, so it is kind of
This gets hit by Atmos, it gets hit by Jozu, it gets hit by Zeus. It's like kind of a pretty easy. I don't even know if you would even give that much of a shit about it in like playing as Enel.
So I do have to admit though, like against the bounce effects, this card is better than in those matchups than the other possible options. Because if you bounce this, okay, well I was just gonna cast it later for 2 Dawn. So like,
go for it. It's not about like playing it again for 2. It's about the loss of a swing. It's out tempoing.
Yeah. I mean, it is out tempoing, but paired to other 4-drops, This has a little bit better ease into the bounce effects.
Sure, but that means on the next turn your opponent is playing this and another 4 cost instead of a relevant 6 cost.
Or they play a 6 and then they play a 6 and a 2. I don't know.
Well, they're not playing a 6 and a 2 because they're on 6 Dawn.
I said they're playing a 6 drop on the next turn and then a 6 and a 2 on their 8 Dawn turn.
Oh, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so.
But even so, at that point, you're holding a brick in hand for, how many extra
That is
turns.
valid. He is a brick and he does not work with, ace. So he's technically, he doesn't become a 2K counter, so.
Mm-hmm. Like, I do think the card is good. I think it has merit. I just think it's like you can play around it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's like a, oh my gosh, it's definitely nowhere near as powerful as Ace. Maybe even Newgate. Like, I think Newgate's probably better than this.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe the Luffy is slightly better in some other decks, like maybe Blue Red Ace. This is possibly a little bit better in. But even then, like, is it?
How many AK power characters are they running?
In
Blue, Red,
yeah,
Ace.
true. You have to trash an 8K power.
And
Never
also,
mind.
I mean, if you're already a 6K lead, it's significantly worse gaining plus 1K for the turn than it would be getting plus 2K for the turn. So it's like a little worse in that regard.
Well, my thought would be ideally you would have this in play and you would drop like a Zoro. So you could get up to like 10K on your opponent's turn, but you do have to trash an 8K. I didn't think about that.
And the other thing is, like, the deck already struggles with the Ezo.
Number of bricks.
So Ezo already has a decent whiff potential, and you're adding another non-Whitebeard card.
Yeah, I'm not going to disagree with that.
So that's like my concerns with this card. The other new cards, we got 2 other new cards for this set, and we have the 0-drop event.
Is this the one that you were talking about people thinking was cracked? Okay.
No. So this is 0-drop. You could rest one of your Dawn, reveal an 8 cost, 8 power character from your hand, draw a card. So it's basically, 1 Dawn to draw 1, potentially. It's not terrible, but you kind of already have a Ezo that does the exact same thing, so. And also it could be, of course, a 0-drop, trash 1 card, 3K event, counter.
Yeah, it's kind of just a worse bad manners kick course.
Kind of. I guess it depends on how much the trigger is relevant. And this one's searchable.
Bad manners trigger has 1 games. Minus 3K power to your opponent is like a big deal. A character or a leader.
Yeah, for the turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fair. The only thing advantage this has is its Whitebeard, so it is searchable.
Yeah, it's searchable, and technically it can draw you a card, but
yeah, I don't know. Like, is it comparable to trashing 5? I don't know if this is even better than like the one from Brooks. Like, they seem to be printing these quite a bit now, where it's a 0-drop event where you trash 1, get plus 3K counter. I don't know if this is just like a normal card design for them now.
We've been getting it for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Is this the second reg one since then? It's like Divine Departure. We've gotten
Divine Departure is a 1 cost.
The purple one.
Oh yeah, true.
I'm trying to compare this to the other. Like, how many 0-drop events have we gotten since Block or OP 13? It seems like we're getting quite a bit. Because like we had Divine Departure, we have this, we had the Brook one, which is Trash 5, Rest of Dawn. Or we've just been getting 1%?
I think so. We might get 1 of every color.
Yeah.
Realistically, that's what they did with the old 0 costs.
I mean, I wouldn't even be upset if they this is just a normal thing they do every set. They just have a 0-drop event. And the other card we got is Moby Dick.
This card's pretty not bad.
Yeah, so it's a stage on play. Look top 3, get a Whitebeard. No, if your leader is Whitebeard, look top 3. Add 1 to your hand. It doesn't say that it has to be Whitebeard, so it could be anything.
Yeah.
Then place the rest at the bottom of your library. So basically, that means blue red ace got 2 cards that are basically a look at top 3 or top X and pick whatever you want because it has Garp, which gets anything you want. It could get the boa, it could get whatever. It has this. This one, do you have to reveal? No.
I don't think you do.
So that's even more cracked. Activate main, you may trash this stage, give 1 Rest of Dawn to your leader or one of your characters. So it's even, that's it. That's still pretty good in Blue Red Ace. Because
it's honestly legitimately just a free card to play.
Yeah, it is. And later on, when you basically play Marco on 4 Dawn, you just trash this.
You put this, yeah.
Okay, this card is going to make Blue Red Ace a little bit better.
This is like definitely pretty good for Blue Red Ace.
You probably just cut. I don't know if you cut Izo for it, but
I was gonna say the same thing. Izo is really good cycle late game, so like I'm not sure if you would, but this card's really good.
Yeah, I didn't even look at this card. Nope, this is not the card that I was talking about that people thought was broken. I think this card actually is easily top 2 now of I think what we got spoiled today. We got this event here, which I don't think is going to be too good.
I don't think this event is very good. It is like a 1 cost stun, but it has a really high like requirement to fulfill.
If you have Monkey D. Luffy, which I'm assuming that includes your leader, and a Mr. 3.
Yep.
So if you just have a Mr. 3 on board and your leader is Luffy, it's easier. But if you're, I guess so. And up to 1 of your opponent's rested characters with the cost 6 or less will not become active. So freeze a 6 cost. So it freezes in a now, but or is
it could, yeah. But again, the requirement is that you also have to have a Galdino in play. Yeah. Which like isn't necessarily the hardest thing to do. You do run multiple Galdinos, but it's still just run a better card. Run I Know You're Strong or Luna.
I mean, you only played the 1, right? 1 playset of this one.
Is there not a green Galdino as well?
No. Unless he came out in the starter deck.
I'm not sure.
If he came out in the starter deck, then yes.
I'm not shocked if we get a Galdino in green for the set. There's the Galdino. It's a 2 cost.
So you can play this down or the new blue one. So other than that, that's all we got for them, or the green section. Blue, we got nothing. It looks.
Yeah, like. I don't think we got anything. We didn't get any purple either.
Yeah, we haven't gotten purple in a minute.
Blue.
And for black, we actually got quite a bit, right? We got the new Momosuke.
We got like 1 card. It's pretty good though.
Yeah, 9-drop, 6k power blocker. You play 1 land of Wano type character with a cost 6 or less, other than a Momosuke from your trash. So I don't know if that means there's going to be another Momosuke in the future that's 6 costs or less. But what do you think about this guy?
I think it's a really expensive card to play, but I think it's really good.
Yeah, I think it's kind of like a necessary evil. This deck could not survive if it only had the 6-drop Yamato. So you need something else that allows you to get back a 6-drop, swing for 6, trash that, get an 8 cost, get it, swing for 8.
I think we still also need like a lower end like event maybe that plays some like a 4 cost out, but I think this is a step in the right direction.
Yeah, originally I was thinking that like hopefully they give us like a Perona event. Because that can't remember what cost that had to be. It's like a 6 or less. Maybe it's higher than that. I don't remember.
No, I think it was a 4 and a 2.
Yeah,
I think it was pretty much just Moria, but an event.
Yeah, we need something like that for this deck. Other than that, that's all we got for black. Just that 1 card.
Yeah.
And now we're getting into yellow. So people were freaking out about Zahahaha
It's
and
good. It's a
and
good card.
and comparing it to I Am Whitebeard, which I think this is significantly worse than I Am Whitebeard.
Correct. Agreed.
Because of the fact that this one can cheat, cheat 2 Dawn on your 10 Dawn turn when you get put down to 10 drop Teach, but it doesn't cheat him down earlier a whole
Correct.
turn.
It also doesn't boost your leader.
Yes, and also
Sure. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like, sure, it does force your opponent to take a life, but it doesn't trash the life either. So it's just another card that they get to add to their hand.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some people are saying this is like one of the best cards in the set. I'm just like, I don't see that.
I don't know if I agree with that.
I don't either. I think this card is. I don't even know if you would play this card.
I think it's a very strong card, and I think it's like pretty playable in the sense that people will probably try to run the 8 cost Teach and the 10 cost Teach. But like the thing with the 8 cost Teach is that the boa is kind of just better to run.
Yeah, pound for pound. So the thing is, like, some people are talking about, for one, you can't really search the Boa Hancock.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but okay, that's fine, I suppose. I mean, you can search for this, but the problem is if you search for this, like, then they are right. You can immediately search twice with the feeds or the stage, digging 8 deep or potentially for the Teach, so that way you could cheat it down for this on a Dawn. So I guess there's a very high probability that you will hit a Teach off your top 8. If, of course, you have the stage and your Lafitte.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, like, whatever happens in those situations where you don't get a Teach and you're stuck with this in hand. And this it's basically just
another brick.
It's a brick that you have to pitch to redirect.
Yeah.
So, like, I if I was playing this, at most I'd play 2 copies. I don't know if I would play 4.
It's definitely no I Am Whitebeard.
Yeah, I agree. Then again, draw 2 trash ones okay for a trigger. Not terrible.
Yeah, it's fine.
But I still don't. I mean, the fact that you have to have 10 Dawn. I don't know if it's because they seen the complaints on I Am Whitebeard and they're like, you know what, we got to switch that from 8 to.
Well, to be fair, this is a yellow deck, so it doesn't need to cheat out 10 costs on 8.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with blue doing it. Weirdly enough, like, that seems like a reasonable way of another color kind of having like a ramp, a part of their color pie. But I don't know, yellow. If yellow had it too, I don't know how I'd feel about it.
Well, the decks that I Am Whitebeard is even like supposed to be ran in aren't stellar. Like, Ace is really good, obviously, but that's a 3 life leader. And then Ace Newgate is just a bad leader. And then Marco has been power crept incredibly. So it's like, it's not that big of a deal.
This one could be ran in anything, though.
It can, but the likelihood is so low because you're not searching. Like, you would have to run like Lilith or Dorishishi to search this out and also search out like a Newgate.
Yeah, so that was actually one of the things that I was really questioning. Someone was really hardcore defending the concept of putting this in the card we're going to talk about after this in Nami as a full play set of both. I'm like, Nami? I mean, yeah, it draws cards, but it doesn't draw that many to warrant
like,
this.
Okay, so technically the idea, I see the vision. You do this on 10, you play out the 8 cost, you make your opponent take a life, so you get to draw a card, you get to set up your like top life, you have Dawn active still, but it's a lot of requirement and you're just adding more bricks into the deck.
I mean, if all else fails, you could always pitch this to your Newgate. So
sure.
there's that. If it's that
like,
bad of a card in your hand, but
You can always pitch it for like Nami effect too, running it in Nami.
That's
But if you run too many bricks, you only get your leader effect once, one time per turn.
Yeah.
So when you have 4 bricks in hand, it's only one 2K counter.
Yeah, I'm not sold on this card, honestly. But
It's fine.
Because everyone's like comparing it to like it's like your build your own better Boa Hancock. I'm like, dude, just run Boa Hancock.
Yeah, it's
She's
not even
She's just
better Boa Hancock. It's a 2-card combo. It's less consistent than Boa Hancock. You can also absolutely Boa is technically searchable. You just run Lilith. Lilith searches out every single card in Teach.
Yeah, if you play like a few black cards and rest are yellow, yeah.
Oh yeah. Which is like how you're gonna run the deck anyway, though.
Yeah, because you do need a high amounts of triggers so you could actually redirect.
And the deck just works better with the new support.
Yeah, I mean that is valid too. I mean, you have to take in concept that most of the new cards are kind of power corrupt from the previous stuff. So why would you play maybe weaker cards in your deck?
I think like the cards that you would potentially really want to run that are older is like the Kuzan blocker, the 5-cost Kuzan, Lafitte and Stage, obviously, and then maybe Burgess.
Or Teach, yeah.
Oh, yeah, and Teach.
Yeah. That's it. I mean, it also depends. I mean, because right now, a lot of these yellow cards are not 5 drops. So what are you going to do? Get back a Devon off of the Kuzan? You probably won't even play Kuzan.
Yeah, true. Devon or like the Burgess, but yeah, you're right.
You have to have because what makes it so good is the fact that you have a diverse amount of 4s and 5s.
Yep.
That are singletons, so that way you can get them back in any given situation. It's got like a toolbox deck.
Yep.
I don't think we're going to have that kind of a capacity.
No,
here.
this deck is a lot more 1 cost that are much lower value.
Yeah, so I don't think you're going to run 5 cost. And for the 6-drop blocker one, it is a on KO draw card. No, not draw card, but you get a 5 cost back rested. Yeah. So I mean, you can, I guess, block, get back the Burgess. You wouldn't really get back I guess you could get back a Wolf. I mean,
you could really get back any of them just for leader effect. It becomes like a double blocker, basically. But I think Burgess would probably still just be the best for that situation.
Yeah, it's like one of those things like, I mean, I guess you can play Kuzan, but I don't know how many.
Yeah, I don't think you actually would. Now that I think about it, I think maybe my era, definitely Lafitte, 10 cost, and then the stage.
Yeah, you're mainly getting all the searching package.
Mm-hmm. Like, I don't even necessarily know if you run old Burgess. Like, I'm sure you maybe to some degree, just because it's like a strong card, but maybe not.
I don't think you will. It's not really a control card, which I think this deck is more of a control deck.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think you are gonna have to find like another good 2K counter for the deck, though.
I mean, you're not going to run Stronger.
No, exactly. I guess you could
Shiryu is weird.
You could run like the Cobra blocker. Never mind, that's a blocker, not a 2K.
Yeah, because right now the main 2K they play is Caribou, but Caribou would be bad in this deck.
Yeah, because it makes you trash 2 from your hand, doesn't it?
Yes, on play.
Mm-hmm.
And Stronger, but Stronger isn't really relevant if you don't have any KO package.
Yeah, Stronger and Devon would both just be like mediocre searchable 2Ks.
Isn't the that's what starter deck 27?
Maybe.
Yeah. This is a 1K. Okay, I was thinking if this was a 2K counter or a 1K counter.
No, the Devon is the 2K from it.
Yeah.
Oh, you could run Wolf maybe. That card's not terrible.
blocker that comes really. You do have to trash
Oh,
the card
never
on
mind.
play.
It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't do what I thought. I thought it buffed its power too. It only
No,
buffs its cost.
just as cost. No, if it was both, it would actually probably see a lot of play. So, yeah, I'm not sure. Like, you probably won't play much black.
No,
So,
I think you're probably right. I think it's probably just Teach and then the Searchers.
yeah,
That's crazy.
for consistency, yeah. So it's I mean, I guess that's good because it's a brand new deck. It doesn't have a lot of overlap.
Oh, you could maybe do some. Obviously, you could do the 4-cost removal event,
Yes.
and then the
Black hole.
counter event. The counter event is like decent if you also run Zihaha, but then you're setting up like a 3-card combo, which we all know you can pop off with 3-card combos pretty easy in one piece, but you can also miss multiple parts of a 3-cost combo throughout a game. So,
Are you talking about Black Spiral?
yeah, the 2-cost counter event.
That's minus 4K.
Yeah.
And they basically lose their effect
Mm-hmm.
for the turn.
Yep.
Okay.
You could technically run that.
You could, for sure.
You would just Zihaha into the 10 cost and then have 2 Dawn active for it. I don't know how good it is, but you could.
Yeah, you could. I just don't know what you would want to target with it. I did find it funny.
I mean, if Anel swings into you, you can target the Anel and shut off their leader effect.
That's actually That's actually what I was gonna say. I watched somebody talk about that. They negated the leader effect of the Enel, so they couldn't get their Dawn back and attach.
Yep.
I'm like, that is something you could do.
Like, the Anel player has to actively think about that when they're making their swings. Like, anytime I play into a Teach player and they have Dawn active, like on my turn, I think about the fact that I should probably run through my Dawn and leader effect before I do swings.
Interesting. I'm
Ace as well. I guess not Ace. Nami, potentially.
Yeah, turn off their 7.
They're like draw.
Bow would be interesting too, because then you could turn off the if you KO and their stuff, you take a life.
Well, no.
No. I guess that
Kind of, yes,
that wouldn't be a
but
thing.
no.
That's reverse. My bad.
Yeah.
Because I'm actually surprised you think about that, because like I don't think it's a common card people use. Black Spiral comes up like when there is a relevant deck that matters for it, but then it kind of like goes away and it comes back.
You can use it on Roger to make it where they don't win the game.
Yeah, I've won games because of that, but
well, one of my good friends at locals plays Teach, and then I know a bunch of people that play Kobe and they run Black Spiral in Kobe, or they used to anyway.
Fair. It's not a card I immediately think of, because usually when I play Teach, I don't play it unless there's a meta call where top leader you need it. Like when Zora was top in the meta at one given time.
Yep, it was really good in any deck that was black.
Yeah, into Zoro, but
yeah,
there's not really a leader like that now where you're like you want to turn it off like that extreme. But I guess
no, not really.
Anel could be a pretty good option to.
Just a possibility. You always got to keep your mind open to any card that exists in the game.
Yeah, that's how you increase your chances of winning the game. Yeah, because they're outs. Think about their outs.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so what do you think about Zahaha as a whole?
It's fine. It's whatever.
That's kind of how we're on the same level, I think. Or might get a lot of
I'm
downvotes.
gonna for sure need to see more gameplay with it before I have a solid opinion one way or the other. But I'm not blown away by it by any means.
Yeah, I think it's a decent card. I just don't know if it's going to be a
staple. I think it opens up cool and interesting maneuvers that you can do. But like at the end of the day, I've been playing since before OPO3. This is a worse 10 cost Big Mom. Like,
Yeah, you're building your own 2-card combo Big Mom for 8
yeah,
and 1.
exactly. Like a lot of people compare it to like Boa, but it's not. It's not Boa. It's 10 cost Linlin.
Uh, is it?
You basic
Because does
kind
Lin?
of worse.
I
Like
thought Linlin trashes the card.
it does.
Boa
It's
puts it to hand.
yes, for sure. But like in an ideal situation, you're doing something worse than what you're doing for a 10 cost Linlin. You're either playing out a 10 cost 12k body and you're not healing and you're putting the card in hand, or you're playing out an 8 cost body, you're putting the card in hand and you're healing. So like yes, to a degree it is similar to like Boa, but I think more people are trying to cheat out the blocker teach than 8 cost.
Yeah, but I think they're not like calculating like, technically how much bluff you're losing from playing 2 cards from hand like this.
Yeah, exactly. That's the other thing. You're going neg 2.
Yeah, so now they're like, okay, well you had 5 cards in hand, now you're at 3 cards in hand, and now basically the opponent knows, hey, I could swing in willy nilly and just kind of
Yep.
you don't probably don't have a lot of counter left.
Like that's the other thing. This is going to be ran in a deck that doesn't get to just pitch a card to have like a 2k buff, and it has to throw away cards to use leader effect. So it's like
Yeah, it's going to be heavily dependent on Lafitte to kind of pick up the extra slack of getting card advantage to go
I
plus
think the
cards.
deck is still going to be really, really, really strong, super, super strong, and I think this card is good. I'm just not blown away the same way some people are.
Yeah, I think like I said, we're on the same page. I think this is going to be a decent card. It's going to be. I feel like it's going to show up. People are going to try it out, and it's going
Mm-hmm.
to become taken out of the deck. That's just my opinion. Like I think
I
it's
certainly don't think that it's going to be a four of. Like at most, I think maybe two. Maybe some lists are spicy and they run it at three, but it's just like another brick in the deck for a really specific 2 card combo.
now the other part of this combo. The reason why I wanted to ask about the power creep. Um, People seem to, of course, people hate yellow, especially when the yellow is attached to just a very good life gain. Um, so on play, look top 3. It is interesting. This is the first time we've ever had this kind of effect, though. So look top 3, put any one of those cards on top of your life, and the rest at the bottom of your in any order. Trigger, you can basically it turns into a black hole, right? So negate the effect of one of your opponent's characters. Then you can KO up to one of your opponent's characters with cost 5 or less, which is basically black hole.
Yeah,
Um, so what do you think about this card?
I think it's super good. Really, really, really good card. Really cool, like mode of application. I think it also allows you to. The funny thing is, people complain about like Thriller Bark slop, and this gives you the cleanest availability for like a good 8 cost heal that doesn't require you to run the Thriller Bark engine. I don't necessarily think it's more broken than Gecko Moria, though.
I
Like,
mean,
I think it's crazy good, don't get me wrong, and I'm really excited for it. I think its best applications are probably not even in Black Yellow Teach, but I don't think it deserves the like hatred that it's catching already. It's a good card.
well,
It's not insanely remarkable.
so I can understand the hatred, right? So one thing that a lot of people have brought up immediately when this came out, like, great, 4 sets in a row where we got a yellow secret rare, back to back to back, which
So,
is valid. I mean, it is a fact because we've gotten a yellow one from 14, I believe it was 14 EBO3,
hey Kebbie.
EBO4, and
Hey Kebbie.
yeah,
Set 1 through 9. How many yellow secret rares did we get?
And that was before my time.
1.
And that was Katakuri, I believe, right?
Correct.
Which is why it was like an $80 card.
You know the second yellow secret rare that we got? 7 cost law.
Out of OP09, yeah.
No, 10.
That was 10. Okay.
And that card's not generic. Like, boo fucking who? Boo hoo.
Yeah, I think it's one of those situations where people like really just they kind of hate on yellow for two things that it does. They think, of course, a lot of people think the life gaining is just boring and it's excessive when there's too much of it, which is okay. And then triggers, which could be some of the most lopsided effects in the game,
Pretty sure
which
it
is
can.
also true. I mean, it's fine.
Not disagreeing with that.
Nothing wrong with it, I don't think, personally. I'm not a yellow main, but
So no, okay, to clear up the point that I was just making, people complaining that yellow has gotten multiple secret rares back to back, so fucking what? Why does the rarity of what a card is matter? Just look at what the card does or not. It doesn't. So fucking what if it's a secret rare? Like,
I mean,
so what?
So two of them are very, very pushed, and they're very good. The EBO4 Luffy is not all that impressive, honestly.
The 10 cost Luffy?
Yeah, it becomes a 9 cost that gives you a +2.
Yeah,
It's good. It's good
It's
in
okay.
Bonnie, but
The deck it's designed for.
yeah, but it's not like at the level of 5-drop Luffy, Bell Luffy.
That's also not even that insane. It is. It's a crazy good card, but like it's not so insanely crazy that every deck is jamming 4 copies of it.
True, but it does punish you for doing the game, playing the game.
It's also incredibly easy to play around.
If you're not in Nell,
if you have a blocker, you just use the blocker for that swing.
I'm trying. Oh, the other one was EBO3 Law. Was the other yellow?
Oh yeah, which also isn't even that insane. Like really good card for the specific deck that it was made for.
Yeah.
Okay in Piss Kid, pretty decent in Green Yellow Law, but like so
I think it's maybe it's because of the fact that people are tired. I don't know if it's because people are tired of power creep per se, or if it seems like Bandai does do like these weird blocks where they just like target a color and they just push it to the max. Because we basically had green where they pushed green to the point where people got tired of it. Now they're pushing yellow to the point where people got tired of it. And before that, I think they were pushing purple.
People are tired of yellow every single time it gets any sort of support. People were bitching literally just as much when we got 6 cost Kuma.
That's weird to me. I get it. Like at the time, it was like the cheapest thing we've ever got when it comes to life gain. I can understand that, but it was not. It's nowhere near the level.
It also was the first like fantastic yellow card that we had gotten in like 5 sets. Yellow gets shit on all the time. It just has like good sustainability in play because it heals.
Maybe it's just my personal bias because like to me the most crapped on color is red.
Right now,
since I've started the game, red
dominated the game for the first 4 sets of its existence.
Yeah, I guess fair because I was not a part of that. I joined like around OP09, 10, and since then,
right? But relevant. It's taken until OP14 for yellow to be the powerhouse that it is. That's 14 sets. We'll circle back around to red, brother. We're just not back there yet.
I mean, I guess that could be valid. I mean, because I swear I thought I remember like post Gecko Moria ban, like Bonnie and Nell were the decks to beat. They're at the top ish. I remember facing a Nell a lot.
And Nell was really, really good when Dofi was really good.
Okay, maybe that's when I remembered it.
And that would be valid. Specifically why it was really good. Was because it played incredibly well into Blue Doflamingo.
So I was right in the time frame because I think after Gecko Moria got banned, Dofi shot up.
But right? As a whole, it wasn't as a whole color. Yellow was busted. It was like Enel did specifically well into one deck that was playable. It still had a lot of unfavorable matchups at the time, though.
Yeah, I'm not saying like I've ever had like yellow's fine to me. Like I don't really care either way, but I do see a lot of people for some reason caring about it. I don't know.
People, like I said, people always just hate on yellow. It is forever a color that they hate to see succeed.
I think it maybe, I don't know if it's because of triggers as a mechanic or
it's triggers, it's the ability to make the game go on longer. Yellow as a whole is generally a color that gets better the longer the game goes on, which is the opposite of most colors because most colors burn through their resources earlier in the game. But yellow gets to stack resources throughout the game and drop a bunch of bombs late game.
That's valid. So, like, yeah, it is pretty valid because green has, like, you would argue green is good at tempoing through the point of the games until they can just ham home and win. But I wouldn't say it's a good color that can go that long because eventually they burn up all their resources, countering out and stuff like that. Because you could face Bonnie at the time, like it, as long as you could stick with them in the tempo wise, eventually you'll win the game because they will burn out most of their resources and they don't really have a lot of card draw.
Especially with no like 8-cost kid.
I'm talking even during kid, because Bonnie was at his hype when I was facing it all the time in OP 11, I think 10, 11, and 12.
Yeah,
and then of course it died as soon as Emu hit the field. But still, like it was a deck that it gains so much tempo advantage by resting stuff down, so that way it wins the war and battles, but it is not a deck that you would say I need to go long with this deck to win the game. Mm-hmm. You would rather not go long.
No, and like I feel overall a lot of decks have a general span on like when you sit down to play a game, you know about how many turns your game should go on. So like an interesting example is like Black Yellow Luffy. Black Yellow Luffy used to only have like 7 turns, 8 turns, and then it like sputters out. So like some decks just burn themselves out really, really quickly through the course of the game. Like some decks aren't meant to go 10 turns. Like Green Yellow Yamato is a deck that's not supposed to go for 10 turns.
Yes. And that deck is more using their triggers to apply more pressure instead of go long, which makes it feel like kind of like a hybrid. It makes it feel right because it is a hybrid between a green and a yellow deck.
Yep.
So it has that extreme pressure while still. But I could see it. Maybe people are just still so,
people
hurt from Borsalino.
People don't like yellow as a color, but boo fucking who, it exists in the game. They're never gonna ban the color. This card isn't that much like better than 8-cost Gecko Moria, and it has the secret slot instead of a super rare slot. People are just super complaining.
Yeah, so like go back to the card. So would you ever play this with Gecko Moria? So
I have thought about it, yes, actually.
So you could drop this, get Gecko Moria put on top of your life. You have a Zora in trash.
Yeah.
The trigger, you get the Zora, you gain another life.
I've thought about it already, possibly, but I'm more excited to test things out with
And
the availability of like not running Thriller Bark because I think Thriller Bark also limits you to a lot of like 5K swings.
it does, but I mean, then again, now you have another 10K. I guess it
Yeah,
depends
true.
on what build you're doing. You could have Teach, Gecko Moria, and Bo Hancock. Or is that too much
Oh, are you
dropping?
talking about in Black Yellow Teach?
No, and just any deck that could run all three of them.
Um,
You could play them right in
what
Boa, right?
in what three cards? This 9 cost, and then what's the other one?
So um, Teach, Boa, and Gecko Moria.
Oh yeah, I guess like you could do it in Gecko Moria would probably be the best one to do it in because you could utilize like the Thriller Bark package.
Yeah, because you
'Cause,
could
like
run in her. I mean him. You could run it in
you
Boa Hancock.
could run it in Boa, but running the Thriller Bark package is like way worse
Yeah,
than running the Kuja Pirate package in Boa.
that is true. Because then
You,
get to
like
draw
you're
cards
not
from lead.
punishing your opponent for removing your bodies in the same way.
Yeah, and they didn't give us a freaking yellow Kuma leader, so we can't play in Kuma.
Not
Um,
yet. Maybe EBO5
yeah, maybe. Um, I know people are hyped up. There might be a Frankie leader coming soon.
in like 18
Yeah,
possibly.
because
Yeah.
something about a unique new theme,
Yeah.
which people are thinking hopefully it's around stages. Let's go.
Yeah.
Or does theme, does that mean like uh
Usually theme means like archetype.
does that mean like the pirate type or something different?
Like the type of card. Like Teach's theme is 7 Warlord Blackbeard. Or theme could also be like the introduction of Water 7, like the set being based around a certain theme from the show. It could mean a lot of things.
Yeah, that's what I wasn't sure. Like, so that I was wondering if they would do a Water Seven Frankie, which is what I would hope they would do in the first place. Because I know a lot of people were hoping they got him from just Rosa period, just because he had a huge part of that arc. But
Yep.
I wouldn't say Water Seven. Like,
Yeah, I think a Water 7 leader would be cool. We also got like green Water 7 cards in EBO 2.
so you think they could do like a green something, Frankie?
I was hoping like a green purple, but I don't think we're gonna get a green purple. Maybe green yellow though, because we don't have like a green yellow straw hat.
And they don't really ever print that many green yellows. So
No, it's kind of a slep on color combination. There's like 3 so far: Yamato, Shirahoshi, and Law.
because originally I was then again I guess that was more for Kuma. I was hoping for a yellow red Kuma.
Yeah, I think that will eventually be the color, or maybe like yellow blue. I could see being a combo.
But Frankie being green. Because we had Brooke, which is green black. We had green blue for Usopp. Um,
Usopp's blue black, buddy.
oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm like,
I
so,
don't think it's gonna be a green purple just because we had a Luffy that was green purple.
and then we had a green blue Luffy just now. So
Yep. I don't speculate too heavily usually, but like I'm thinking and hoping maybe like a green yellow Frankie.
I think it has to be green yellow. We just had a green red Luffy too.
Luffy in 13. Who knows though? It could just be like mono blue or some shit like that.
But I agree. I wish it was green purple, so that way it would kind of correlate to the old Water Seven.
I mean, all of the old Water 7 stuff is rotated out.
Yeah, that's
So
what I'm saying. But if you want to play for extended
I guess.
or extra,
Yeah.
I mean, it would be interesting. But yeah, as long as we get another Goat Iceberg card, I'm fine with it.
True. Bring back Iceberg Leader.
So Anything else you want to say about this Marshall D Teach?
No, I think people are going to complain on it if they're going to complain on it. I don't think it's that much better than Gecko Moria. A little bit more versatile, but it's a fine card.
It's going to be a little more versatile, I think, and it's going to have a hefty price tag.
Yeah, I think it'll probably be expensive.
This card,
Also, because Black Yellow Teach is like looking to be the best deck from 15 so far.
yeah, and it's like
Or
it's a deck
16,
that's
sorry.
specifically designed to stop in now.
Yeah, it's supposed to, like, it is obviously built to play well into an L.
It is a little weird that they keep doing this, right? They keep printing decks immediately following a deck that they print that's so cracked.
It's almost as if they thought about it and built balanced leaders from the start. They wouldn't have to power creep. Huh. Well, I guess technically creating a leader that's really good into a problem leader is better than like
Having to ban something.
creating a whole set that's entirely better. Like creating one or two decks in a new set that play really well into like the top meta from the old set is good, even if it is power creep. And I guess I would rather them like introduce stuff that plays well into something else rather than just like making everything so unbelievably advanced that nothing plays well from the past. Does that make sense? Like I'd rather them structure new stuff to have good support into old stuff versus everything just being so unbelievably good that you can't play the old stuff.
So I guess I'm kind of curious. So what leaders now do you think could be a pretty good pickup now that you think might be really good into this Teach deck?
I have no idea. I don't really know the play style of this deck. Maybe aggro is maybe like probably going to be good into it. Other yellow decks that don't really give a shit about control might be good into it. Things that can just like, I don't know, play bigger bodies in scalable bodies every turn probably doesn't give a shit. Because like the best like stun or whatever card that this gets is something that shuts down like a 6 cost, which through the lens of purple and L is annoying, but for any other deck that just plays a 7 cost character, it's not that big of a deal. Or like I guess in that situation it's like, hey, they have the trigger that like lowers something by 3k, but that's the same situation as just scaling your characters. If you have a 12k character on field that you're swinging with, even if it's reduced by 3, it's still a 9k.
So I wonder if based on what you said, maybe they went into the set thinking they wanted to print something that would already defeat it. This is kind of an aggro deck.
Usually every set, like when they create something that's really strong, they create the counter for that deck within that set. Like even with purple and L, Bell Luffy is like the direct counter to purple and L.
Fair. It just has a lot of weaknesses. And maybe green blue Luffy also has a lot of weaknesses.
When I say it's the counter for one deck, I'm not saying it's the counter in the sense that it's the best, like the best other deck. I'm just saying it plays really good in that one deck.
Yeah, I know. So I wonder if I'm assuming maybe they targeted green blue Luffy for that.
I mean,
it is a very aggressive leader. It goes very wide quickly, and it just kind of just hams. But at the same time, they also gave a counter for that deck by giving us, the not Van Augur, but the Doc Q, but just KOing two small things.
Yeah, but okay, so the Doc Q is a good card, but it just makes me wonder, like, Will more people just run the anti-removal cards? I know Luffy can't, but
You can't, yeah, because none of them are impel down.
unless they ran like the Leo specifically, but that would be pretty bad without a way to like remove it.
Well, they have one card, right, for the deck. The buggy.
Oh yeah, look at that. And this would protect everything outside of Boa.
Boa, yeah.
Yeah, easy peasy. They have one. It's a 2 cost. It's not even a brick.
Yeah, so yeah, yeah, just clicked in my head. Yeah, for the most part, like
Because that buggy's impel down, right?
yeah,
Yeah, then they have a protection card even. Because it's base power as well. So like the only things that you're running that's like 7k or more base power is probably the Boa. Because you're like already pretty limited to what you can run in the deck because it has to be impel down.
yeah, and most of the cards are built around 2 cost, like
Mm-hmm.
the Ivankov.
Like even if you decide to run like the Prisoner of Impel Down package, that's all 6Ks.
Mm-hmm.
So like yeah, I think you're solid with that buggy. Like to a degree, obviously, it can be worked around, but it does create more complexity that your opponent has to play through.
Yeah, and the more important cards are like Crocodile in your 2 drop. So
Mm-hmm.
I just I wouldn't mind playing this deck, but I don't know if I would ever own it in paper. Especially
Oh, that crocodile can actually play the buggy out. That's funny.
yeah, you could return something and play a 2
Yep.
cost or less.
Super interesting.
Yeah, I think this deck is kind of interesting. I think if I was going to play something, it would probably be Hannibal. I'm kidding. I'm going to play Hannibal, but
I'm
I
gonna
just
maybe meme with Hannibal, but I don't have like the leader in paper anymore, so might be like a sim thing for fun one night.
so my issue with the deck is more so that I wouldn't mind playing it, but the issue is I just don't ever see a reason why I would want to spend like $7 on that old ST Sanji Ivankov. I'm assuming you're going to play a full play set of in this deck.
Oh, the 3 cost?
Yeah, the 3 cost Ivankov that lets you draw a card, but you attach a Dawn. I assume you're playing a playset of that. Unless they reprint it and it becomes reasonable, I'm like, I just
Well,
don't
there's
care
also
about this
not
deck.
a good way to set up your life or your top deck. So it's like you're just firing that shit at random,
Yeah, but that's
hoping to hit a 2 cost.
for the on play, yeah. But I think the when attacking is just draw.
It is if you have like 6 or less cards in hand.
Yeah. But I get it. Like I know, like in the philosophy that if it's a deck that I want to play for competitive, I would invest in it. But I don't think Luffy's going to be hyper competitive. I would be playing it more for fun.
Maybe.
It could be
We'll
competitive.
see.
We'll see. Like I said, I'm thinking in more the context of playing it for fun. I just don't see me playing a fun leader investing that $7 for that one card I don't even really want to play. But you would have to play it because it's just that good in the deck. So for me, it's like a hurdle I just don't think I can get over for this leader. Ace,
Right.
on the other hand, I'm probably going to go ham on this deck.
I've heard from some people that have been like testing. It's not even that bad of a deck. It has some legs.
Yeah, I can't imagine it being that bad. This new, like the Moby Dick definitely helps it. I'm gonna have to get a playset of this Moby Dick. Probably maybe 2 playsets of this card.
I mean, it's like a rare, so
Yeah, and it shouldn't be that expensive, unless for
yeah.
some strange reason it's like the Straw Hats from Brook, and all the freaking ones are like $1.50 a copy. I'm like, what
For
happened?
literally no reason.
I don't understand how they're that high still. I don't get it.
Agreed, Doug. Agreed.
Because like I wouldn't mind having another playset of that Luffy, just because like I don't like if it's a rare I don't really care. I want to have a 2 play set so I don't have to keep moving
Yep.
the card around.
Yep.
So like Moby Dick, I want 2 play sets so I could put one of them in this ace leader and one in the other ace leader. So, all right, maybe it's time I test Marco and play Moby Dick and Marco.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, it does find you Sanji.
It does technically search for anything in the deck, which is clutch.
Yeah, so you get that Sanji in hand.
I don't think finding the Sanji was ever the issue.
Yeah, but you know what? I didn't think you ever really had a way to search for the Sanji either. So you would have to.
I mean, no, you just hard drew into it
Yeah.
through the insane draw power that you have in the deck.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think that's all we have for today, unless you have anything else you want to talk about.
I don't think we covered the secret rare ace.
We didn't last week?
No. You skipped from Zihaha right to Teach.
I thought we covered it last week. I guess we
Oh, was it out last week?
Yeah, either way, that's fine. 5 drop 6k, 1k counter. All characters in your hand with the 8 power become plus 2k counter. Pretty good effect.
Really good for ace deck.
On play, on KO, look top 5, top of your deck. Reveal 1 Luffy or 1 Whitebeard card in types, add it to your hand, then place the rest of the bottom of your deck in any order. So,
pretty decent card.
It's a very good card for the Whitebeard deck. It is a little weird that it won't get Rush, but it's fine. What do you think of this card?
Nah, because you can just put 2 Dawn underneath it to give it Rush, technically.
Yeah, if you're on 8 Dawn, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Or 7 Dawn, but yeah.
Yeah, 7 Dawn turn, you can put 2.
It's like, it's not that crazy of a card. It also, unfortunately, struggles from the fact that it can just be removed because it's a 5 cost. But it's a cool card.
Yeah, but at least you get another search. So
Yeah, exactly. So like it does double search, which is really cool. It has 1k counter. It makes all of the like 8k power bricks that you have in the deck better. It's like if it sticks, it's not a bad card by any means.
Yeah, I'm also a little weird. Because I'm actually gonna be trying this in Ace Luffy. I don't know how good that's gonna be. I get you don't play that many AK power bodies. I'm gonna try it with full playset of Hody Jones and full playset of Dead Man's Game.
Hody just to like for a finisher.
It's a finisher, and if all else fails, you could just throw it as a 2k counter. Hody Jones.
How can you throw it as a?
Because it has 8,000 power.
Yeah, off of this specifically. That's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, yes, I get like people are like getting on me because of the fact that it makes your leader not a 6k lead once Hody Jones
doesn't it drop your leader down to like 4k?
Yeah, but you're gonna swing with your leader first. Play Hody Jones.
Yeah, that's why I said as a finisher.
Yeah, it's certainly a finisher. It's nothing more than that.
Mm-hmm.
They're
that's
like,
interesting.
I'm gonna try it because it also then at that point, if all else fails, you could always throw it away to this Luffy too. In the deck.
Yeah.
Because it's an AK.
True.
It's like that's like the only AK I was gonna try to test it out just because I haven't seen Hody Jones in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
People have kind of like threw it away.
He's not been super relevant in green for a little bit.
Yeah, it's about time people start putting a little bit of respect to his name.
Nah, he's a dirty fish man.
I know that's probably not the most optimal deck list. I'm gonna try it with mainly Whitebeards, maybe at Ace and Luffy. So a lot of.
I've seen people running Hody in green purple Luffy before as a finisher, so I get it. I get the sentiment. It's not bad.
Yeah, I mean the other thing you could do, of course, is run Roger as a wicked 1 or 2 of if you wanted to have another alternative win con. Because you swing with lead, then put the Roger down, and then basically all your stuff can get through the remaining of it. And people probably won't see it coming because we're not going to expect something over 6k power.
Right.
It's that little bit of a got you moment where you're like, okay, I'll take this hit because I don't have to worry about a Roger. You play the Roger and they're like, and then you just win. But you can only probably win once or twice with that for people to catch on that, hey, you're still playing this card. and you're a dirty, dirty Roger player.
Scumbags.
So yeah, I'm sorry. I thought we talked about this last week, but we guess we didn't. And noticeably, I'm happy that it was printed because it's been literally since OP09 since we got a red secret rare. So it's kind of nice to see that red gets a little bit of love here because it desperately.
Again, I don't personally understand the like sentimentality of a rarity slot, but sure.
I mean, they usually print like the best cards in secret rare. So like the fact that you don't get it.
Strong disagree, sir. Sometimes. But I can think of a good handful of secret rares that are terrible.
Yeah, like Kaido and Linlin. That's like
Kaido and Linlin, the 6-cost Black Luffy, arguably, unfortunately, 7-cost Law, Soga King.
Isn't that like a block 1 card? Or Soba King still legal?
Okay, technically, yes, it's block 1, but it's also X block, so it exists forever because all mangas are forever.
Oh my gosh, it's a manga?
Yes.
Bro, which set it's from?
3.
Oh, I gotta look at this card. It's definitely not in that color. Is it a blue card?
Yes. It's going to be at the end of the list, like
True.
the very bottom.
7-drop, 6K. Also treat this card name as Usopp, according to the rules.
I don't understand why you also treat it as Usopp, but yes.
Makes sense. It's the same guy.
Whoa.
Spoiler.
Spoilers, dog. Spoilers.
And then return up to 1 character with a cost of 6 or less on his hand. Draw 2 cards. Trash 2. Why couldn't this just trash? Why couldn't this just draw 2? Like.
Oh, you know what? Before anyone in chat grills me, there was actually also a yellow secret rare in OPO7. My bad. It's the 10-cost ace.
Oh, yeah. The 10-drop, yeah.
Yeah, that's my bad. I would never disrespect my boy like that.
Yeah, the Avenger got replaced by 10-drop and now.
You sometimes run both, but yes.
And now this card sees no play, and you can pick it up for $2.
Well, that's not because it sees no play. That's because they reprinted it in a reprint set.
Yes, yeah. The reprint set is $2.
Also, the original set that it was printed in, no one really gives a shit about. So
PO7?
Yeah.
But it has a Sabo in it, bro.
Sure does. Terrible card. Unplayable even.
Which one's the manga in the set?
Or
is there no manga?
Neither. No, there's always a manga. In 7? Oh my goodness. I don't remember.
Is it Ace?
No. Ace doesn't have a manga.
Sorry,
Ace does have a manga. 10-cost Ace does not have a manga. OPO7, brother.
Yeah, I know. I was just looking at it. I didn't see anything about.
No, I just need to see the deck or like the card list, and then I can remember what it is.
So then it's Sabo.
No, it's not the secret rare Sabo.
Oh, so it's one of those situations
it's
where
it's not.
Where. So a super rare got upgraded to a manga.
I mean, we have rares that are mangas.
Yeah, we do, and especially with Sengoku.
Nami is a manga, which is a rare. Fuck, I'm spacing so hard. Keep going. Oh, it was the boa. That 6-cost boa is the manga.
Okay, so
So I guess yes, technically the super rare did get bumped up to the manga.
I guess that makes sense. I mean, they think people are going to spend a lot of money on the set because of Boa Hancock and
Yep.
looking pretty good.
Actually, dog, a lot of times the manga is not a secret. Like that happens a lot.
Maybe it's just recently that is more common.
Yes. Like it sometimes it is, but sometimes it isn't.
Yeah, because I thought it was a little weird that they gave it to the trio.
And like two of them aren't even high rarity.
Yeah, there are two are rares, one's a super rare.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you gotta have respect for the Navy.
Yeah, it's well first off, no. Um all Navy are scum. Just keep that in mind.
So besides that, like we have, what else do you want to talk about regarding the set?
Nothing.
Nothing.
That is the set. My closing thoughts are that I technically have no time left.
Yep. All right.
That I was supposed to go like 30 minutes ago.
All right. So we're gonna go into closing. Um, Shout outs, anything like that for you?
Shout out to all the moms out there. It was Mother's Day. I hope your mothers had a great day. I know I spent the day with KebbieG's mom. It was really, really cool. She's a really nice lady. Other than that, I'm going to a regional next week. Well, this coming weekend. So I don't know if I'll be on next week's podcast, but I should be. Um, Other than that, come watch me on stream. Shout out to Kebbie. Shout out to KebbieG's mom. That's it though. That's all I've got.
So yeah. So for me, I'm gonna be doing more streaming, Monday through Thursday, like 9, 10 p.m. Central to like whenever I decide to end the stream. Hopefully this time I don't have an ear infection, so where like it made me really tired, and I'm just closing early on a Thursday stream, no, earlier than normal. So hopefully that doesn't happen again this week, and I'll to play out full fun, and actually do better on the game later because that was bad. I made some mistakes when I was getting drowsy. That was not good. Um, but come back, check us both out there on the live streams, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on this podcast. Leave comments down below, and we'll talk to you guys next week.